All right. Hello, hello, hello. You are watching the Kimberly Show, and I'm super excited today. We have Brittany Mckenzie. She is the CEO and founder of BCB Boobsbags LLC, and she's a single mom. She has a son who's 11 years old who is on the autism spectrum, and she's a full-time worker at Men's Wearhouse. And she discovered this business of boobs bags, BCB boobs bags, because she decided there had to be something better for women and their bras. So welcome, Brittany, and I'm so happy to have you here.
Hey, Miss Kimberly, how are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm awesome. I'm excited to be with you.
Yes, I am too. It's been a crazy day already, but hey, we're here now, so everything's fine.
I'm right there with you. And thank you for taking the time to being here.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I had nothing to do today, and everything that's been scheduled has been running behind. So I'm like, okay, oh well.
Oh, well, take us a little bit back to your past. Like, you're from Alabama. Did you grow
Yes,
up in
from
Alabama?
yes, born and raised in Alabama. Most people don't know too much about Alabama, but I'm from Dothan. It's called the Wiregrass, if anybody ever heard it, or the Circle. It's an in and an out circle. We're about 45 minutes to an hour away from Panama City, and we're
Mm.
like about 10 minutes away from Georgia and a couple of hours from Atlanta. So we're actually metropolitan area. Population is about 75,000 people.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Nice and big, just enough to say you're not in a small town, but in a city. Um, and we're constantly growing here. I will say that much. And we're known to have the most restaurants almost in the South. So I will say that we like to eat down here.
And I'm not good with geography. Geography is not my thing. So I did not realize that Alabama was so close to Atlanta,
Yes, we
and
are
that's
very
impressive.
we are very close. We're about a 4 hour trip to downtown Atlanta.
Oh, wow, that's
Hmm.
awesome. I
Yeah.
have been to Atlanta. I have never had a reason to go to Alabama.
Well, now you do.
Now
So
I
come on and
do.
see me.
Yeah, I love that road trip.
Yes, road trip.
And so, what was it like for you growing up? Are you an only child, or
No, actually, I have a blended family. I'm the oldest of five, and then I have three brothers and a sister. My youngest sister is 23, so we have a big age gap, but I
wow?
love that girl. And then my brothers are I have my step brother, which is my brother. We don't use the word I don't use the word step, but he's my brother. And then my other two brothers, they're military. Well, one is formal military, one is still currently in the military. So we have military family and stuff.
Wow, that's awesome. So
So we
being a
have a big blended family.
yeah, I love it. And being a military family, then did you bounce around?
My dad was in the reserve, so we didn't get to bounce around that much, but that it rubbed off on the boys. I will say that
Yeah,
much. It rubbed
yeah,
off on them. So
yeah,
it didn't rub off on me. I was the girl. Not doing it.
yeah. Right. And so then, what can you take us a little bit through your journey because you're a single mom with an 11-year-old
Yes.
son?
I will say being a single mom is hard, but I will give you a little background story about my son and my personal. I don't mind. Um, in 2008, right before I graduated from high school, I got diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Mm.
Went through all of that, and then it came around again in about end of 2010, got diagnosed again. But we caught it early that time. And I was like, oh, I can't deal with this. It's too much. But right before I went back to the doctor, I was supposed to have a full hysterectomy because the doctors didn't know why it was coming back and stuff. But I was pregnant before it happened. So it did not happen like that. That's not what God wanted to happen. So I ended up getting pregnant with my son, and he was born in 2012.
Wow.
At that time, but my son didn't get diagnosed with autism until he was about 2.5 and on the spectrum. Did not know what autism was, didn't have a clue what it was, but something he wasn't hitting the marks as they tell you when you take them to the pediatrician. They're supposed to be doing this and doing that. And he wasn't hitting the marks on time. Can you say, hey, Miss Kimberly? You'll come.
Miss Kimberly.
Hi, Cordell. Nice to meet you.
He's in and out. But he got diagnosed at 2.5, and that was it kind of turned my world upside down in a way, but it was a time to learn about what autism was and what was there's no reasons for autism. That's what doctors say. It just happens. And it's very dominant in boys than it is in girls. I will tell you that much. You do have to watch out for certain things. I tell anybody, those questionnaires they give parents when they go in for those checkups, be honest when you're filling them out. I will say that. And make sure now that we have phones at the tip of our fingertips all the time, make sure you record, because that's how I was able to respond to the doctors at that time, was by recording my son. And I showed them a recording of him trying to do his ABCs, and he wasn't saying them correctly. He had an echo with it, or he couldn't pronounce it correctly. And they was like, well, we're not sure if he does or not, but we're gonna get you some help to get him tested for it.
Wow.
And so we talked to some other doctors, and we have some great doctors here in Dothan for the pediatrician, and they helped me to get me to where I am now. And I would advise people to just pay attention early on. If they're not talking like they're supposed to, or they're not catching on like they're supposed to, those are early signs of autism. Yeah. If they're pulling you to stuff in the house and they can't really explain to you or get out what they're saying, it's not always autism. Sometimes it can be a little speech delay. I will say that too. It's not always autism. It could be a little speech delay. It could be gross motors too, is occupational therapy. And sometimes you catch it early on, it's not as bad as you think.
Right. Oh, I love that advice. Yeah, I love that guidance, because I personally have never had a situation with someone that is experiencing autism. I'm aware of it just from experience of people having relatives. However, I don't have personal experience, so I appreciate you sharing that. And I want to thank you for sharing your story about having dealt with cancer too. And it sounds like your son is a miracle baby, because
he is
diagnosed the second time that it came back, and then all of a sudden you're pregnant.
Yeah,
I mean, that's incredible. What supported you the most with having gone through cancer, not once, but twice, and then finding out you're pregnant?
Yes. Like I tell people, I'm 33. I have been through a lot. But I'm thankful at the same time, because there's people out there that's going through a little bit more than what I'm going through. So I'm very thankful. But like I said, after I had my son, I haven't had cancer since or anything like that. So that's been wonderful.
Congratulations.
I will say also with the autism, it is groups out there in every state, in every community that in the community that works with autism. If your child is diagnosed with autism, make sure they're getting speech therapy, occupational therapy, ABA therapy as well. Those help a lot. In school, make sure they have a individual plan for them to make sure they get all their services in school as well.
Yeah.
That helps as well. That helps a lot. And make sure you're hands-on with your kids. It helps a lot too.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And I acknowledge you for being a single mom with learning how to handle all of this and then being able to support other women, mothers with this kind of situation. So thank you.
Yes.
Wow. And so you are the CEO and founder of BCB Boobsbags LLC. So take us now, fast forward a little bit. What was that journey? How did that start?
Now, this journey with this business has been crazy. I will say that, but it has been fun and crazy. Everyone know 2020, the year of COVID, the extra 20 pounds or losing the 20 pounds, being isolated in your household with your family. Oh my gosh, we're going crazy. Right. That was a lot for people. And I will say it wasn't just a lot for people. It was good and it was bad. So it was a good thing for me and a bad thing. I was laid off for about 75 days. That was scary.
Wow.
And stuff, because I didn't know if I was going to have a job after that. So it was crazy, very crazy. But I was just at home being just like everybody else. So when the world going to open back up, going to the grocery store like once to twice a week, and staying in for the most part. And one day I did my laundry and I was like, shoot, I can wait. I don't have to do laundry every week. I can do it whenever I feel. So that day I threw all my laundry in the washing machine at one time. And I was like, I probably shouldn't have did that. But I was like, oh, don't worry. Well, I came back down here in my office now and I got the laundry. I said, oh my God, look what I just did. I was like, my bras was all wrapped around jeans and t-shirts. I had a mess. And I was like, I just can't believe I did that. But I was like, it really has to be a better way of washing your bras. And I was like, I can't believe I did that, because I'm one of those people, I separate my stuff. But that day, I didn't. And I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So I did some research. After I got that mess untangled, it took about 30 minutes to an hour to get it untangled because that's how bad it was. Right. I was like, oh, it has to be a better way of washing your bras and stuff. So I started doing some research on Google and I was trying to find different stuff how to wash bras. And every time it pulled up was a mesh bag or use a pillowcase or hand washing, all that. And I was like, I don't like none of those ideas. And I told my cousin in New Jersey about it. And he was like, well, fix it then. I was like, I don't want to fix it. He said, well, if you got this problem, other women do too. I was like, that's true. Talking about fix it. So I gave me some time, about a week and a half after I did the research, and I ordered some stuff from Amazon, like other things they said that you could wash bras in and stuff. So I ordered those and I used those. I was like, these don't work either. I'm like, So I used one of the bags. I used one of the mesh bags and I took an old bra part and I sewed it together. And I was like, oh, this will work. And I threw it in the washing machine. I was like, this is going to work. And I called my cousin back. I said, I got it. He was like, well, if you got it, you got to start a business.
I love it.
And I was like, I don't have no idea how to start a business. He was like, I'm going to tell you what to do. I said, okay. And I went from there, and he's been a guidance on this journey as well. So I don't give all my credit to me, but I give it to family members because they have listened to this craziness of this idea. But
And even challenging you, because it sounds like he challenged you. Like, okay, you figured it out. Now you get to start the business.
Yeah, start the business. And then my hairstylist too, she was like, no, you go for it, you do it. So I had Miss Kimberly, you just don't know how crazy I was. I really thought I was gonna be sewing these bags myself. I called my aunt. I said, we're gonna be sewing these bags together. She was like, are you for real? I was like, yep. Miss Kimberly, I bought 2 sewing machines, I bought fabric, I bought everything. And I thought I was gonna be sewing these bags and pushing them out. Then I realized, I was like, nope, that is not the move.
No, exactly. I'm sure it didn't take long to figure that out.
I was like, that is not the move at all. So I had to like take a few steps back, and I was like, I gotta figure this out. So, but my first year of doing it, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just messing around. So I was like, okay, I got an idea, but I'm not sure what to do. But I always been the person to watch Shark Tank, so I had some type of idea of what to do, but not 100% sure. Yeah. So I knew I needed a patent. I just didn't know how detailed a patent was at that time. So I found out I needed a provisional patent first. And a provisional patent is you just give instructions or very detailed contents of how your design of what you're making is, and you just lay it out in format or PDF format and tell them how it's made, like what materials you use, how it's designed, or how you put it together. And you do that first. The provisional patent gives you a full year to get you some type of prototype to use, or 3D prototype to use for a person can touch it. So I filed that in 2020. Then I had to find a patent attorney. Now, Miss Kimberly, that was so hard because, like I said, I'm from Alabama, and we're like Laura, Alabama. When everybody always say, "Where you from?" and they be on TikTok saying, "I'm from LA," and then they be like, "No, Laura, Alabama, that's where I'm at." And I'm like, okay, it's no patent attorneys here. They have to have a degree in I don't want to use the wrong word. They have to have a degree in engineering and something else for them to be a patent attorney. And here we did not have one. So a customer from Men's Wearhouse, I won't say their name, but a customer from Men's Wearhouse actually got in contact with an old friend in Chicago, Illinois, and he was a patent attorney. And that is how I got into patents. And he's my attorney, and I'm thankful for him from Chicago, Illinois.
Wow. So you met a customer while you were working your full-time job who then connected you to who you needed to have that done.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's like everything aligned, all for the purpose.
All for the purpose.
Wow. And can we take a pause for a second? I love what you're sharing, and I'm really curious when I'm listening to you. What supported you with figuring out the design? Like, what supported you to get clear, have that clarity on what fabric you were going to use or what it was going to look like? Because if you're just starting from, like, this is my listening of like you sharing, like you just started with doing your laundry and you noticed that you weren't happy with what happened, that your bras were entangled and enmeshed in all of your clothes. So what takes you from that step to this is the fabric, this is what it looks like, and then going to getting a patent? So what supported you in that process?
I ordered a bunch of different stuff from Amazon. I got on Amazon and just typed in laundry bags, and it popped up a bunch of different stuff.
Oh.
So it popped up like your regular mesh bag. It popped up like polyester bags. Then it popped up some crazy little cone shaped thing. And it popped up another thing like you can just put your bras inside of it and close it. It just popped up weird stuff, and I ordered all of that. And for like about a month or so, I used it when I was doing my laundry. And I completely did not like none of it. Because some of them you could only put like one bra in. I was like, women wear more than one bra. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. And then the little crazy thing, you could just put it in there and put it in the washing machine. I was like, I don't get the concept of it. And I was like, no, I don't like none of it. But after I bought all that stuff, I was like, I could take this stuff apart and figure it out. So I literally took an old bra apart. Actually, I have it's a little video on my YouTube channel, my first one from YouTube, how I took the bra apart and made it and everything.
Oh,
sewed it by hand. And then I started ordering fabric from we have a local place here that you can buy fabric from. And I started messing with that type of fabric because I knew I wanted the name of my business on my bags and what it was for. So I started buying different material. Like I said, I called my aunt. She had to teach me how to sew too on the sewing machine. So that was just hilarious because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I need a sewing machine to at least try. So my aunt came over here a couple times and showed me how to sew the materials. But I actually started with a polyester material, and the bag is still made out of polyester material, but it's like a more stretchy material. Okay. But I tell anybody, you have to make sure I tell anybody, if you're trying to invent something or you're creating something, make sure you know how to work it from the inside out.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. Yeah.
Because if you know how it's supposed to function from the inside out, you can tell someone how to make it for you. And that came in handy when I got with my manufacturer in China, because they only had pictures to work with.
Wow.
And a tech pack to work with and stuff like that. So I had to be very detailed about what type of polyester material it had to be. That it was 99% polyester and a little bit of spandex and all of that. You have to be very detailed about what type of material it is. Because the hook and eye attachment that's inside of the bag, the spacing, I will show you. The spacing even has to be correct inside the bag as well. So you have to put all that into detail for no one won't order the wrong stuff or it won't work.
Wow. I love that. I love that you just shared the process of it, because my brain works like that. Just amazes me with what process you went through to go from I'm a mom and I'm doing my laundry and I want to get it done all in one shot. I don't want to like do it in multiple things, to now I know exactly what material I want, learning how to sew, creating it. And then the next step is getting somebody to help you to patent it. And where in that process then did you figure out to find a manufacturer in another country?
Manufacturing, I will say this, manufacturing is a whole ball game within itself. Oh my God. It is so much in finding manufacturing, because like I said, I really thought I was going to be sewing bags, doing them one at a time and getting them out there. And I was like, this is just too much. You got to make sure it's all pretty and nice and neat. And the only people that does that are manufacturers. They can make it nice and neat and make it sellable and make it nice. That's the one thing about it. Like I said, you can have a great product, but you don't want it to look like trash.
Exactly. You want it professional because you want people to see that it's professionally done. You want quality work. It's quality over quantity.
Always. And people have, And when it's quality over quantity or over money, it does take a little bit more time. And it took me about 6 months. I will say this. I didn't find a manufacturer until last year, but we couldn't start on anything until February of this year. I ended up finding 2 manufacturers on Google.
Wow.
It's a website called Thomas.net. And it helps you find manufacturers and supply chain and demand. It helps you find a lot. You just type it into their website and it gives you a full slew. It's like a telephone book for manufacturers. I'll say that
cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, so I typed in on their website, I just typed in manufacturer of laundering bags and it popped up a bunch of people and I was like, we finna try. So I wrote down like 10 names and then one of the manufacturers said, Miss Mckenzie, we need a tech pack. And I was like, what is a tech pack? I have no idea what that is. He was like, we need a tech pack to know the specs and what colors and what materials to use. I said, well, I can tell you what materials to use. They was like, no, but it has to be wrote down so we know the dimensions and how it's made. And I was like, okay. I said, back to the drawing board. I said, I have no idea what that is. So I was like, okay, I got to go find what a tech pack is. So I went to Google once again. What's a tech pack? Typed it in. And they was like, this is what you should go to. But it's it's called Fry, the freelance company. Found the lady on there. She did my tech pack. Miss Christine, Miss Colleen in New York. Awesome. She's a fashion designer. Wow. And she did my tech pack for me. We have became best friends. But she's awesome.
That's incredible. Awesome. That's incredible. You know, and listening to you, did you ever imagine yourself, say before you had your son, did you imagine yourself being a business owner, businesswoman?
Not at all.
So not at all. That like you dreamt about, like you had a whole thing that it was going to happen like one day. Like this was just like out of nowhere, out of the blue.
This was out of the blue. This was, I was not ready. I had no idea.
Wow.
No idea. The only thing I have always told myself, I'm going to retire before I'm 45. Wow. That's all I have ever told myself. And now that I'm doing this, I said, I do see that vision coming
through. Yeah, you declared retiring at 45 and the universe was like, well, here you go. This is what you're going to create. This is what's going to happen. And the best part is you're supporting women with having a product that's going to be used so that they have quality use of their clothes. Because I know personally, it's like, I spend so much on bras. It's ridiculous how much bras are.
Yes.
And I want quality. So I'm going to spend more money because I don't want no cheap stuff that's just going to ruin anyways. Because I don't like bra shopping. Oh my gosh, bra shopping is the worst for me. Like I don't enjoy it whatsoever. And then washing them, I don't want to hand wash because I only have so much time. My time is like worth way more than standing at the sink or the tub washing a bra. So I love that this is what you've created. And I really love the lessons that I'm taking away from you because this is all mindset. You were totally opened and surrendered to the process. You were totally in a way that you were asking people for support. Something else would come up. And instead of the mindset, because I know for me, like being totally transparent, if it's something that I've never done, I easily go into the, oh my God, I've never done it. I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I've never done it. And then when I realize and I have awareness that I'm in that way, it's like, oh, okay, well then who can I ask for help? Or what's the next best step to take? And it sounds like you really utilize that whole part of your brain of, okay, this is something new. And I know that this is the end result that I want to accomplish. So then what's my next step? And that's the steps you've been taking along the way. So Oh my gosh, you're amazing. I love it. I love what I'm learning from you. It's so amazing.
Yeah, it's like I said, every time I run into a problem, it's like, okay, gotta take a few steps back,
Yeah.
reevaluate, and then after, like I tell people all the time, you might not know what the next steps are, but the person or people or places you're in, those people are there for a reason. They're here to help you. And
Yeah.
I will say that because like every time I ran into like a stumbling block or just simple stuff like, because the first manufacturer I talked to, they didn't have to tell me I needed a tech pack. They could have been like, oh, she don't know what she's doing, so we're not gonna help her. But the head person, they said, Miss Mckenzie, you need a tech pack. And I was like, okay. I said, I'll come back to you in a few weeks. I end up getting the tech pack and sending it to him. And he was like, well, Miss Mckenzie, we actually don't make this kind of bag, but you did good. Your tech pack is perfect. When he told me that, I was like, okay, I got something good.
That's awesome.
And he was like, it's great. Whoever did it, tell them they did an awesome job. So I emailed Miss Colleen and I was like, Miss Colleen, you did a great job. I was like, they wasn't the right person, but you did a great job.
Yeah.
And stuff. So that worked. But I ended up finding two manufacturers. The first one was here in the United States, but they told me they were still going to use someone in China. And I was like, I don't know about that. And they made me their sample, but it wasn't up to my standpoint. So I didn't go with them.
Oh.
But I ended up going with a manufacturer in China. They're awesome. I know I put the pictures out there last week of the bags and stuff. Like they're almost finished. Yeah. I hope they get finished before the date, but they're almost finished. And her name is Suki in China. We haven't Miss Kimberly, me and her has never did a video chat or anything. Everything's been through email.
Wow, really? All of your communication is by email.
Everything has been through email. And the great thing about the tech pack was Miss Colleen, she sent it to me in PDF format. So I was able just to send it in the email. And since she did such a great job, it was very detailed. So when they decided to, they was like, yeah, we can make this bag. It won't be no problem. So we just started taking pictures and sending them back and forth in emails. And I was like, that's the material and that's what I need. And it took a few weeks for them to find the materials and stuff like that. And at that time, they were actually on holiday in China, and China gets about a month off in February. So they really couldn't start working on my project until they got done from their vacation time. So that was in March. So in March, they made me my first sample.
I was going to ask you to hold it up.
That was the first sample.
Cool. Wow. And then what's the back? Can I see the back?
The back is just plain.
Oh, the plain? Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So the name Boobsbags is embroidered.
Wow. That's beautiful.
On the bag. And this was the first sample. And it was really nothing wrong with this sample. It was just, it needed to have been like about an inch longer. And that's about it. So they did a great job on this first one and stuff. So this was the first bag. It was awesome. So the first bag took about a couple weeks to get in. After it came in, I used the bag. And then I was like, well, I need to pick out different colors because I want color. They was like, okay. They sent me, I picked out the colors in an email. I didn't know what colors it was, if they were going to be the right color or not. And I was like, oh, okay, we're going to try it out. So before they sent this bag, when they sent this bag, they sent the textile booklet with this bag, so I could really pick out the colors I wanted.
Wow.
So after I did that, sent the email back, I was like, could you make me 5 samples? because I want to do 5 different colors. They was like, you want to do different colors? I'm like, yeah, I want to do different colors. So I talked them into making me 5 more bags in 5 different colors.
I love it.
So now we end up with these bags. So we still have pink. We still have pink.
I know I told you I want purple. I pre-ordered purple.
Yes, we have the lime green.
Wow.
We have the purple.
Yay, that's my favorite.
And then we have a silver.
Ooh, nice.
Or gray.
Nice.
And then we also have black.
Wow, I love it. I love the variety.
Yes, I wanted to do, everyone was like, you really want to do different colors? I was like, the material is not going to mess up. Yep. You're not going to use bleach on the material, so it's going to be fine. And the material, it does not bleed on anything else. If you decide not to wash the bag just by itself with your bras in it, if you decide to throw it in there with your other laundry, the bag is still going to be perfectly fine. The name is embroidered inside the bag.
Oh, nice. Wow.
The name is embroidered.
Really nice job.
So it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I will show y'all the hook and eye attachment. And I was very smart too, Miss Kimberly. Everybody's like, well, the hooks can get caught onto other stuff. I was like, no. I put an extra zipper on top of the hooks for it would not happen. So when you first, Miss Kimberly, whenever you get your bag, you can call me back if you're not sure how to use it. But it's plenty of demonstration videos on there. But the bag has a little loop just in case you don't want to throw it in the in the dryer. You can attach it to your hooks in your laundry room and hang them.
I like that.
It's a top zipper here. They are invisible zippers. Then you have the inside zipper.
Oh, wow.
So you have an inside zipper here. And that covers up the hooks.
And that's where you put the bra on that?
Uh-huh. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a little demonstration.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Washing my bras will be fun now.
But I have a bra right here. I tell people all the time when I demonstrate with the bras, these are clean bras, people. These are clean bras. I'm not demonstrating with nasty stuff. But it's just you take your regular bra. You'll take your bra. You're going to turn them inside out.
Okay.
You turn it inside out. And when you turn it inside out, it should be like this.
Yep.
So I tell people always start with the bottom. And they're going to attach to the bottom that's right here.
Oh.
So it's a place for both pieces. So after it hooks.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And make sure I'm inside the camera.
I've never seen this kind of product before. That's so amazing you came up with this idea.
And so you hook that piece there. Then you take this piece. And you just hook those there up top.
So that just went above the other part?
Uh-huh. Goes right above the other part.
Oh. Very nifty.
So you just take it in, stick it inside the bag. And you can put anywhere from 3 to 5 bras inside the bag. You can also put your panties at the bottom as well.
I was going to ask that. Is this only for bras or
no?
Like panties and bras can go in there?
You can put panties and bras in there. That's why I put the extra zipper in there, just in case you don't wash your bras with your panties. You can do the bras separately. And then
Oh,
you can redo it. You can do another set of laundry and put your panties in there. But just make sure if you're having lace panties that you take that zipper, that other zipper, and you zip it across.
okay. Because otherwise they may get caught on that zipper.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
So it
wow.
shouldn't happen, but always zip it up just in case, because that's why I really did it too, because I like lacy stuff. So I
Yeah,
don't want my pretty lace
exactly.
to be messed up.
Exactly. Like it's lovely having a product that is going to protect my bras, but then I'm like, I don't want to mess up my panties because that's
Don't
going
want to
to
mess up my panties.
irritate it.
And then you can actually, if you're doing like one, or you have some sexy lingerie or something, you could also just zip it close to that one and zip it up and
Oh,
throw it into the washing machine. And I tell anybody, like, it's going to be summertime. Y'all are going to be going to the beach. You can throw your bathing suits in there and keep it
oh,
with the like all the sand and stuff. You can put your bathing suits in there. You can use it for a traveling organizer as well.
wow. Oh, I
You can
love
also
it.
use it for your gym clothes. Like when you go to the gym, you don't
Yeah,
want those sweaty clothes against your nice clean clothes. You can use it for that as well. But
yeah.
it's really a multi-purpose bag. My aunt in Virginia, she is like my number one customer and number one fan. She got one of the first bags I sold together, and it still works for her. So she take it everywhere she goes. She
Yeah,
travels a lot, so it's
yeah.
always with her. But she uses it for multiple things. She just don't use it for her lingerie, bras or stuff. She even throws her like her or she says she even uses it for her wigs and her shoes. But make it
That's
simple. I'm
awesome.
like, well, use it for whatever you want to.
I
I'm
may be
like,
ordering more than one now that I know all of these multi-purposes for it. Because that,
yeah,
yeah, that sounds amazing. Because when I travel, I don't know what to do with the dirty stuff because I don't want to
yep,
bring plastic bags with me. So it
yep.
makes sense to have that, and you can throw that in there. And then if you're
Hmm.
somewhere where you do have access to a washer, you already
Hmm.
have the bag that you can do that. Wow,
That's it.
that is so cool. So I'm probably going to be ordering a second bag now that I'm talking to you about this. Wow. Well, I'm so impressed by you. Like you're so inspiring. I'm super
Thank you.
inspired by you. And it's a genius idea. Who would
Thank you.
think that you have a bag for your bras and it could turn into something much larger than just a bag?
That's right.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
I'd
Miss
love
Kimberly.
to have you
Anytime.
back on so that we can go in a deeper conversation about the like patent journey and the creation journey. Like I would love to have you back to go deeper into that
Oh yes.
because I feel like that could support a lot of people, especially
Yes.
because this is meant to be a space for entrepreneurs to be
Hmm.
inspiring and to
Hmm.
help with tips and that kind of thing. So yeah, I would love to have you come back and share into deeper about that.
Oh, that I would love to do that. That's really what it's gonna turn into. I feel like Boobsbags is gonna turn into helping others on their business endeavor
Yeah.
and their journey into entrepreneurship. Because I tell people it's not no, it's just called research now.
Exactly. That's what I'm taking away from you today.
You just gotta put in a little research because, like I tell people now, I said we have so like your phone is a computer. You can find out whatever you want. Just type it
Yeah.
into Google
Yeah,
and it'll
exactly.
pop up something. It
Exactly.
takes a little while to navigate, but it gives you what you need.
Exactly. We have everything we need at our fingertips, which is
Uh-huh,
incredible
we
because
do.
I know you're younger than me because I'm in my 40s, but who would have thought even 20 years ago that that would have been even possible to have everything
Yep,
at your fingertips of whatever you want to find? So
yep.
I applaud you because you're using the tools to be able to get to where you want to go to. And like the biggest thing that I'm taking away from you is that you kept the end in mind. You always
Yes.
knew where you wanted to go at the end of it. And that's where you stayed focused on. So each and every step you had to take whether you were like you knew about it or not, something that you learned about, you always knew where you were going to and what was going to be the final result. So that is my
Yes.
biggest takeaway from you.
Yes.
Yeah. So where can people find you? I know you said that you're on YouTube.
Yes, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on all social media platforms. You can type in Boobsbags on Google. I will be the first thing to pop up.
Yay.
People do not know how hard it is to get onto Google and pop up.
Yeah.
I will say, I do have a business website. It is through Google. I tell people this: when you're first starting out, you use everything that's free.
Right. Yeah.
You use whatever's free out there. You make sure you use your Facebook and your Instagram, all your platforms that you can get on for free. Don't pay nobody just yet.
Exactly.
Pay it when.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's always somebody like, oh, just pay this and you'll be fine. I'm like, no, it don't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is your Facebook and your Instagram that people can find you?
My Facebook is first and last name Brittany Mckenzie, and I do have a second Facebook, which is Brittany Walker Mckenzie. That's still me on both pages. You can also reach me on my business page, which is Boobsbags. Instagram is Boobsbags as well. You like I said, you can Google the product on Google and just type in Boobsbags. That is Boobsbags, Boobsbags, and you can scroll. Most of the time, you have to slide over on Google to product, and the product is right there. I have all 5 bag colors on there. The bags are $21.99 plus tax. So it's it'll be Alabama taxes, which is 9 cents on a dollar, so which it'll be $23.97. I do offer T-shirts on there. If you want a T-shirt, I don't know. Most women like, oh, it say boobs, I wear it. And I also have a necklace and an earring set that is like a bra charm. That's on there as well. If you want to purchase that, I was bored. I made some stuff, so that's on there too. The shirts are $15.99, and the necklace is $4.99, and the earrings are $3.99. But you can get it as a set for $9.98. If you do that on Google, it will message me directly, and I can message you back. Everything says you can just click, it'll say chat, it'll go directly to me. You can also reach me at my phone number is it's a Google voice number, but you can also text me on that number. That is 747-334-2662. 2662. The last numbers is boobs. So
I love it.
So all my stuff is like really catchy. So you can find me on all social media platforms. But I will answer. It might take me a few minutes, but I will get back to you and respond. If anybody wants to order, they can easily reach me. Miss Kimberly did tag me on Facebook today, so if y'all want to reach out, y'all can comment or message me. I will get back to you. Everyone right now is on a pre-order list. I have a spreadsheet, so I will get everybody's stuff out. We might have some bags sooner than I think, so that's a positive note.
Yay.
But I will let y'all know when they get in, and I will be shipping them directly to you. My shipping is probably going to be about $5. It's not that much because, like I said, it's a nice material and it's not that heavy.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you, Miss Kimberly.
So inspiring, so incredible. And I would invite you to comment on the YouTube in the comments, all of what you just shared, the phone number that they can reach you, your handles on Instagram and Facebook, and even the YouTube account, so that people can easily access you. Because I love supporting you. And like, this is incredible to support such an amazing thing, because literally you're a poster child of
thank you
what people want to be, because you're a single mom You had no like aspirations, no dreams of being a business owner or businesswoman, and you just created it. And then here you are now, you're waiting for the final product to come to just ship it out to people.
Yep.
And then you took the extra step of creating all these other things, which I am curious. I'm going to check it out with the earrings and the t-shirts and the necklace, because that's conversation starters. Like, people will
Yes.
be asking, why do you have boobs on your boobs? Why do you have boobs on your ears?
Yes. That's it.
So I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for inviting me today. And your podcast is gonna take off. So
Thank
hey,
you.
in 5 years from now, we'll come back and be like, I was on Miss Kimberly's show when she was first starting out.
I'm so excited. And I appreciate you trusting me with coming on and knowing that I'm getting this started and taking this whole journey of learning all this stuff that I don't know about. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And whenever you want me to come back on and talk about the patent and the trademarks, just let me know.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I am going to end the live. And I
Mhm.
appreciate all of you listeners that are watching and showing up today. And if you're watching the replay, connect with Brittany and get the boobs bags. And they're multi-person purposeful, and I can't speak, but you know what I'm saying. And they're ridiculously priced. I mean, that's a steal with the price of
Yes.
them. So,
Yes.
oh my gosh, it doesn't matter. If you're a man and you're watching this, order it for a woman in your life. You don't have
That's
to be
right.
a woman to order this. Like, anybody can order this, because we all have women in our lives who have the struggles of washing bras and not ruining them.
Yes. Yes.
So on that note, thank you so much, Brittany. And
Thank you.
we will chat again soon, because I'm definitely
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
come back on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.